Not long before the events of the Chimera, 4 space pirates were sent to the desert planet of Akiton to regain their captain's hold over Kafak Depot. Get in, restore balance, get out. A simple enough plan. Batten down the hatches, mateys. This is Will Save and the Interstellar Tales from the Extragalactic Adventure Anthology. Unknown Treasures.
Welcome back to Will Save and the Interstellar Tales from the Extragalactic Adventure Anthology. My name is Kevin Decker. This is Unknown Treasures. Just one more time, we have 4 more players. We have Will, Kelly, Vinnie, and Jon. Round of applause.
Are we applying for ourselves individually in our own rooms across the country?
Yes.
Is that what just happened?
No, I was applauding for the 4 of you. You're applauding for 4 other people, or selectively choosing which of the ones you want to vote or applaud for. And hopefully our listeners are applauding with us.
Yeah. If you're listening,
everyone.
applaud, and send a picture of you applauding or a video. That would be cool.
I was also intentionally clapping to screw up Jon when he goes to try to match our audios up, but it's all good.
Oh, this one's even.
Good luck with that.
Oh, sorry, Vinnie.
Thanks,
I would have
Kev.
done it on this one if I knew it was Vinnie doing it.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Yeah, that's good. That's so nice of you. Yeah.
What
cool.
episode is this? Is this 42?
42.
To life and meaning
That's
and
right.
everything.
Speaking of, I am still reading that book.
Really?
I started that back in March when we started recording this. And
March of 2020?
I read as slow as I run campaigns.
What's after, whatever it's called? What are you going to read next after this book?
Yeah. I have no idea. I need to get through this book. But I have some comic books sitting on my shelf that I need to read. But
What's everyone reading?
I just restarted a series that I really enjoy by a guy named Will White. The series is called Cradle. I think it's like 13 or 14 books. Each of them is like 300 to 400 pages, but it is the fastest 300 to 400 page novel I've ever read.
I will check
And
that
it's
out.
sort of a it's the genre is called a lit RPG, where like the main characters level up each book and sort of increase their powers, but it's really deep. Like there's a love story. He's kind of a castaway in his own society, trying to earn their respect and sort of eschews all of the unnecessary baggage thrust upon him, and goes out on his own. And you know, you got to read the book to find out the rest.
I like it.
right.
You've been trying to get, you and Andrew have been trying to get me to read that for a while.
Yep. Shout out Andrew Hansen.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah. I need to read it. It's on my fantasy list.
I haven't read a fantasy book in forever. I think the last one I read was his Dark Materials. That was pretty good.
Is that book good? Because I watched the first season of the show.
It's way better than the season, as you might expect, but it's totally different in color and character.
I didn't hate the show. It just felt, I don't know, it felt
really
off.
It's a really hard thing, I think, to make into a show. It's just because it's a very, I don't know, it's a pretty involved story.
Yeah.
Right now I'm reading a book by Bill Clinton called Back to Work. It's just his ideas on policy and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go.
Ironic about politicians talking about work, but
Yeah. Hilarious. Although whatever your views on Bill Clinton might be, I do know that he did work a lot. That motherfucker barely slept. So, you know,
except for
agree or
with his
disagree with
interns.
Except on an island.
Allegedly, yeah.
To be fair, I don't think he was sleeping with his interns.
Yeah. I am currently reading still The Ultimate Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. I love the book. I always tell myself I'm going to read and then I fall asleep instead. But you were asking what I'm going to read next. There was this is a fun story. And Lauren Epps, my wife, actually hates it. But I taught Grayson to say Soylent Green is people, which is the cutest thing a child could say without realizing like what it means.
Also the most terrifying.
Sorry, that grade is PayPal.
Yeah, but he says it like really casually, like, Grayson, what is Soylent Green? And he goes, Soylent Green is people. We're just like, yes. But it is actually based on a book that I'm going to probably pick up. The book is called Make Room, and I'm very curious, like, because I've seen the movie, and I'm curious what the book is about because I like classic sci-fi.
Kevin's been trying to get us to read Philip K. Dick a lot. Yeah,
Crazy fun fact: Soylent is an actual like brand.
Yes,
Meal replacement shakes.
Yeah,
right.
It's pretty good.
It's the start of the post-apocalyptic future.
Right.
As soon as they come out with a Soylent Green version, that's when you're
That's
like,
what
I
ooh.
mean, their mint chocolate one is green.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
I hope so.
Once again, furthering the idea that mint is evergreen and horrible because it's people. That's how we know this.
Thin mints are so good though. So if
Are
they're
they?
made of people, I'm for it.
Are
Yeah,
they?
I like frozen people. I mean, frozen Thin Mints.
frozen people.
Frozen Thin Mints.
I
Frozen
agree
Thin
with
Mints.
that for sure. The Thin Mints
Yeah.
need to be frozen.
They're delicious.
Wait, John, what book are you reading?
I usually read 2 things at a time, not literally at once. That'd be awesome.
A Starfinder AP book and the Player's Hand core rule book.
Yeah.
Oh, are we counting APs in this?
Oh, dude, I feel like that just
Yeah.
Starfinder
Are
reading
we-
in APs.
Where's that land?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, because I've been reading some Pathfinder APs. Let me see.
Ooh.
Doing some deep research for Threefold. Anyway, I have been reading 2 things. One, nonfiction, because I don't know, I'm trying to make myself read things that I don't naturally like. Like it's very easy to read fantasy and sci-fi. I'm trying to read other things. And I'm reading Leaders Eat Last, which has been interesting. It's a good book.
Dude.
Solid.
Love Simon Sinek.
Yeah, it's good. And then fantasy-wise, I did finish Terry Pratchett's The Color of Magic, which is the first in his series. And I have to say, everyone was always like, oh, Terry Pratchett's hilarious, and he's great. And, they had that book that he wrote with Neil Gaiman, hilarious. What's that called, Kev? You were about to say it.
American Gods?
No, different one. That's just
Good Omens?
Good Omens. Yeah, that was great. But I have to say, The Color of Magic is both rich, funny, and like surprises you. And there's just something about the like comedy aspect of like fantasy and sci-fi that you can really make some choices that you're like, I was not expecting that, and that was really well done. Like, I just thought I'd be reading, be like, haha, this is funny, and then there's a story that goes along with it, and it's like, no, there's a really good story, and the writing is really, really funny. So I highly recommend it. It's like 150 pages.
I mean, I'll add that. Nice. That's how I feel about Hitchhiker's Guide. It is funny and well written. But if you're the first book that ever made me laugh out loud was Catch-22. I recommend everybody read that one.
It's great. Don DeLillo.
The TV show's pretty good too. I don't know if we talked about that before, but Will, what are you reading?
Man, I read.
If it's nothing, that's fine.
I'm reading a lot. I read pretty often. I read like history. I read a lot of like leadership books, team building, that type of stuff to help me get ahead at work, or help me to manage the stress of my daily life. For fun, I'm reading the it's like a ancient Greek economy by
What the
Cidarosa, I think, is the author.
Just for the memory of it, because you were there when it happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to recollect the last time that I was in the diachronic era, thinking
Fact
of
check.
the Iron Age of economics.
Actually, does sound really interesting, though.
Yeah,
It does, actually. Yeah.
it's really interesting.
It's really cool. Can I also say a fun phenomenon that I noticed the last time that I was at a Barnes & Noble is that if you go into the section about history, that is like, the one that has books like Will is reading.
What's a Barnes & Noble?
Okay, we're going to move past it. So if you go into a Barnes &
If you go
Noble
into the last
whatever,
bookstore in downtown,
or the last
there's only
bookstore,
one. It's the very last.
What I love about history books is that there's a history book about every material good and its impact on history. There's like wood and then how it impacts ships. There's one for like concrete and how there's one for like gold, like silver. Like I guarantee you, just skim the titles and there's something about a material that is throughout history and its impact. And I think that's so neat that we can look back and say this is how like wood affected civilizations. This is how currency. This is how alcohol. Like we can do all that. It's super neat.
That is really cool. I like deep dives into topics like that. It's kind of awesome.
I'm reading the full title. I wasn't sure it was on my iPad, but it's the Cambridge Companion to the Ancient Greek Economy, edited by Sita von Rieden.
That old
Jim.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys know what I'm going to read? I'm going to read my synopsis for the last episode.
You know what?
Let's play.
Your transitions just keep getting
I'm working
better
on them. I'm
and
trying.
Better and better.
All right, so last time, Terme went down with a critical hit. Then Chalk and Thaddeus missed, but Rolu hit the incorporeal Lashunta with a breath of fire and a firm remark. The Lashunta responded by tearing open the drift around Rolu before vanishing through the wall. Not knowing where she was going to pop up next, you all went back to back to back to back in like true action movie style. And as that Lashunta flew through the wall, Rolu blasted it, knocking it out of the air and out of existence. You took this time then to rest, and during that, Chalk and Terme witnessed that same Lashunta, but like a less deadly version of it. It walked out and through the room and actually through Terme and out the door. You finished up your rest and headed for those double doors to the north. As that door opened, I gave you a little cutscene of Vari 13 confronting the true warriors outside the Stellar Flare. And I gave you a cutscene of Vari 8. They put something in one escape pod and then jumped into another as a creature was reaching for them. That creature could pass through walls. Just a note. And they watched the Stellar Flare explode. Vinny, you had a question about that?
Yeah, because like the whole thing exploded. So what ship are we on?
That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Give me a culture check.
Vinny, what's your culture modifier?
Culture or engineering. I'll give you that. Or piloting even. You guys have piloting? Who has piloting?
I have piloting +7.
Piloting.
All right.
Try that.
Just imagining Chalk pilot of.
Yeah, right.
I did it just for the lulz.
A tiny little ship.
I have the DC goes down by 5 if this is for knowledge of commercial organizations or businesses, by the way.
Is it?
16.
Okay. I think that's enough. It also kind of clarifies back in that fight with the junk golem, you were kind of drawn to the console because that was actually the console from the Stellar Flare. It was the main console, like the command console that you'd find in the bridge. And you know from like exploring the area that you've explored, like you've only explored what would be maybe a third of the type of vessel that the Stellar Flare was. So yes, it exploded. It was torn to shreds and then it fell to Akiton. So you're actually only in a section of the full Stellar Flare.
Okay.
But these little incorporeal things have been around for a while. I mean, 300 years they were chilled
Well,
out.
according to the IDs you picked up, one was a research technician and the other one was the science officer on board. So it would make sense that they were in the lab section. But yeah, they've been dead for 300 years.
But also Vari encountered something like that. It appears. There's something similar, right?
Vari encountered...
Vari 8.
Vari 8.
Vari 8 encountered something that could pass through walls
Yeah.
and had pitch black eyes.
From across the room.
Gray. Is it a gray?
One may never know.
So those doors slide open in front of you.
All right.
You see this expansive laboratory that lies in shambles. Counters pulled from the floor and hurled from the room, from across the room. There's left patches of exposed wires and shards of metal everywhere. There's unidentifiable prototype equipment that lies smashed to bits. The only exception to all this junk and rubble is with the exception of the humming starship power core in the center of the room. And a desk just to the left of it with a small, thin-bodied figure with a large, elongated head and pitch-black eyes.
Gray, I knew it.
Boy, Gray.
I hate grays.
Oh my god. Is it not revealed? Sorry.
It's revealed. I see.
Kevin, what did you do?
All right.
It's eerie in here.
Uh-huh. Go ahead, give me an engineering check, somebody.
All right, I'm on it.
I'll assist.
I assist.
It's a 24 plus
Oh my
2
God.
plus 2. That's
Wait.
a 28.
What are you freaking out about, Kelly?
Kevin, remember that Gray in the Threefold Conspiracy, our main show, where like they could teleport through walls? It was like a gray dog with like a little spike tail thing.
The Gray
Is that what
Bounder?
this is?
The Gray
The
Bounder.
Gray Bounder. Or
no.
some gray that has similar
This is
powers.
more like, is it Extiomi, I think was the
Oh,
one?
okay. Okay, got you.
Yep.
Still
Yeah.
a gray-like thing.
Yeah, a gray-like thing. Well, the Gray Bounder was like a dog version of Grays.
So I guess grays themselves can teleport through shit too. Good to know.
I'm just going to say whether this stays
can
on
be.
air in the ep or not. I don't think Rolu's seen a lot. I think we've all seen a lot. I don't think I've ever seen this. So that's how I'm going to play it.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
any of your characters would know this.
Oh yeah, fair
Right.
enough.
So like you as a player can be excited all you want, but you as a player character.
place?
So your engineering check, you know that this is the prototype drift power core that's in that center of the room. While much of the room has been destroyed, you know that the damage is not the result of the stellar flare's crash. The drift power core seems to have been refurbished, and it functions well enough to provide intermittent power to the rest of the ship. That's how some of the doors were able to open. That's how the security bot was able to recharge. So the creature, the Gray, at that computer screen, doesn't even look up. But you all can hear a voice in your head.
No, stop it, Kev.
You brought it to me. That is very kind. I wonder whatever came of my drift golem. Apparently, get it and come back to the ship was not clear enough directive.
No, that was me.
What? What are you saying to this? What?
Either way,
Don't.
I'll take my gem back now.
No.
And suddenly, you are all engulfed in complete darkness. Even your dark vision fails, Terme.
I have night vision or something. Is that also bad?
Kev,
What you have?
Dark vision never mind.
Oh, I think I made another page to carry you guys over to, but I screwed it up. It's fine. No worries.
let's
Just
go
picture
over
you're
to
in
it.
dark.
Let's
No, it's gone. I don't know where it's at on Roll20. It's fine. So, theater of the mind.
You could
You're
underbuild
all.
the room.
yeah.
Oh
just-
yeah, no, that's
just
going
hide
to
the room.
complicate things. I'm not gonna-
Polygon.
Okay.
Boom.
Just hide. Okay.
Shadow.
You're in complete blackness. You're all of you, complete blackness.
Okay.
But
My eyes are closed.
Yeah, my eyes are closed, Kevin. Go ahead.
there is a
Just
dim.
start firing.
And then I started blasting.
There's a dim circle of blue light, as if somebody's holding a flashlight through cloth. Rolu instinctively clasps one of his hands over it, but the glow shines through his hand, revealing bones and veins. That belongs to me, and I want it back.
Here we go.
It's that thing that Rolu took with his sneaky susness. It wants it from him.
I think we should just give it to him. What do you guys think?
What the hell is that, Rolu?
What are you?
Is this?
Do we see this? Do we know this is happening?
You guys
What
are all
do
in
you
complete
want?
blackness, but you could hear it. You could hear
what is he
that
talking
voice in
about?
your head.
Hey, I think we should, yeah, let's, sure, you can have it.
Hey, what do you
Wait,
want with this
explain.
thing?
Explain what it is. And why
There
you
is-
have it.
No outcome in which whatever this creature is can have this. It's imperative that we don't give it to him. Why do you want this? Rolu just shouts into the cavernous room.
Hey, guys, I don't know.
None of that concerns you. It belongs to me, and I want it now. And you feel it kind of pull.
Hey, we're all about getting property to its rightful owners and such.
We are not.
We can be cool about this.
Hey, Sir May, you know we're pirates, right? That's kind of the
Yeah,
opposite
of course
what we
I
do.
know that. I can't. We have to bluff them.
Okay, cool.
The captain, is this sanctioned by the captain, this thing that you have, or is this your own little thing that you're doing?
To bluff?
I know that we are not. Royal lowers his voice.
It's in my purview,
We
yeah.
have not always seen eye to eye, but I need you to trust me when I say that I need to keep a hold of this, and I'll tell you more about it afterward.
I don't know what that means.
I
don't know who I
trust
trust less.
I just need you to trust me.
That's not convincing. We're here on behalf of the captain's order to do certain things, and you're making us engage an enemy
Hey, man.
based on some personal thing.
This is not the first time that you have not had your own stake in a mission or a situation. It might be personal, but it's important. This can save the Pact Worlds. This is important.
Save them from what exactly do you...
I can't go into it now, but we can't. Let's back out. Let's leave. Let's leave this room for what it is.
You're free to leave.
Let's try to get out.
I don't know if that's really a wise course of action. I think
How is that not a wise course of action to me?
I think Rolu just start trying to use the light, the blue light, thinks about maybe trying to turn around or kind of walk back.
Let's come back with reinforcements. Let's throw goblins at it or something.
Yes.
Hey, friend, gray guy, what's your name? What should I call you, Lord?
That seems quite appropriate.
Do you have another name you go by, or
Can I do a mysticism or a culture? Sorry, Will, sorry.
You could do a life science check.
I don't have life science.
I want to.
Nobody has life science?
I have science.
I have it.
Most unprepared group of...
I have life
16,
science. Don't you
16.
dare. 19.
17.
So you all know that she is, in fact, a gray.
Oh, wow.
And what you recognize is that she is fairly old.
Like,
She's probably
hundreds
she's
like a cougar.
years old?
Like at least 300 years, would you say?
I would say approximately.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hey, you been around the block, I think. Tell us more about what you're gonna do. I'm really interested in following what's going on.
Tremaine is high as right now, I feel.
We don't know what this is.
Yeah, of course we don't. But
I will give you my name in exchange for your gem.
well, I don't have the gem, but I'm gonna help you get it.
Tremaine, this better be a really good plan.
I don't know.
No, let's get out. Rolu.
The darkness fades away, and the purple-pink glow of the drift drive returns. And I need you all to roll for initiative.
We were all going to roll for initiative anyway, right, Kev?
I mean, well, everybody involved has to roll for initiative either way. Like, it's...
But
what?
we were going to fight this thing. Like, if we tried to run, it was not going to have it, right? That's what you were holding for a minute for?
And I can't... I mean, like, I can't answer that kind of stuff.
Right.
But, like, what are you asking? So...
Forget it.
That's
too
fine.
much
Let's
metagaming.
use it. Yeah. Let's keep going.
I was only trying just metagame for indulge me a metagame moment for 10-15 seconds.
This metagame moment.
Brought to you by Will Garrett.
Will Garrett.
Will, no relation, says, so I was just trying to lull. I wanted to get more information out of this person before we try to kill it. That's
Okay.
all.
Makes sense.
Well, and metagame wise, like we dealt with Greys during Will Save on the main game.
Of course.
And you know they are incredibly elusive, and like nobody in existence has ever verified the fact that these things exist.
That's why I'm
So
trying
like
to get it in
your
conversation.
life science check was just enough. Like I recognize I've heard about these things in history books or somewhere in conspiracy theories.
It's like talking to a Plato about Atlantis.
I'm not sure what that means, but
Anyway.
yes.
He's on a Greek bender right now, remember?
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Classical.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally like now. If we were walking into a room and we saw a gray, we'd be like, this is in like lore and conspiracy theory. There's no way this is like real. I'm both surprised and not surprised at the same time.
Yeah.
Also a little terrified.
I'm trying to make first contact here.
Totally,
Before
totally.
I
Right.
get creamed.
I get it.
And all you know is that this gray in particular wants whatever is in Rolu's pocket.
So, clarifying question. When we were all in magical darkness, was Rolu the only one that could see the glowing blue light, or could we all see the blue glowing?
You could all see the glowing blue light. The
Blowing glue light.
the blowing glue light.
Blowing blue light.
And that's what when Rolu clasped his hand over it, you saw his hand. Like you didn't even know it was in Rolu's pocket. You just saw a hand pass over, and then you saw veins and bone. You know, if you shine a really bright flashlight through your hand,
Yeah.
Yep.
like that. So again, you don't necessarily know it's Rolu
I mean,
until like the darkness fades away and your orientation towards Rolu is like, oh, it was Rolu all along. So sorry, John, I let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
No one's surprised. Like,
What is your
Okay.
initiative?
Thanks.
What is your initiatives?
about
All right.
about Rolu? Sorry,
9 for Chuck.
9 for Chuck,
8 for Thaddeus.
8 for Thaddeus. Wow, these are really low, guys. It's like you guys are distracted by something.
16 for Tomei.
24 for Rolo.
Oh, I love my favorite thing about playing any kind of like RPG, tabletop RPG, is like when dice rolls just make sense. Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tell a story. The fact that like Rolu is the one that's like ready, and everybody else is like, "What the fuck, man? What's going on here?" Because yeah, okay,
It makes sense too because
well,
I'm like trying to engage in conversation and and this creature is just gonna, and Roller's just like dead set on keeping this stone away from this creature. That he's just like hyper vigilant.
Yeah.
And with that, it's Rolu's turn.
Rolo wants to leave. And my question is, can I do a perception check to see if there's anywhere closer in this room from where I'm standing at the threshold of the door? Because Rolo realizes that it's a ways back to get to the front of the ship, or their entrance originally, and Rolo doesn't know what this creature's capable of, so he's almost like, this was talking in his head, and he wants to leave.
You want to do a perception check as if there's another exit within this laboratory area?
Yeah, is there a closer exit than...
Roll a perception for me.
It's 22.
22. So you are at the threshold of the door. It's you and Thaddeus are kind of in the front. And you can see that this is just a lab. There is no other entrances except through the air, the clean room, airtight room that you are standing in.
Okay. That's it. All right. You might hate me for this, Kev, but I think it's the only thing to do. Rolo's going to use a move action to close the door, and he's going to run the other way.
Yeah.
He's going to pull a Thaddeus.
He's gonna
Swear to
pull
God,
Thaddeus,
guys.
and he is going to run through the clean room. That's about 10 feet, and make it about 20 feet down the hall if he can.
For once, I feel like we're on the same page, Rolu. Let's get the hell out of
You
Dodge,
could
everyone.
Of course, Thaddeus
running in
would
a
want to
straight
run away.
line.
Yeah, but I used a move action, I think, to close the door.
Oh,
unless
fair.
Kev says it's a free action.
No, it's definitely a move action if you want to close that door.
Yeah.
This is playing to your character. It makes sense. And, yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to engage in things we don't need to engage. Our whole mission in coming into this ship was to do what exactly? Just explore it, essentially, right? See what the big secret was?
You were trying to locate whatever technology Vari 8 was working on.
It's really unclear though why though we're doing
it
that.
would...
We
It
found
could
it.
be this drift drive, though.
I
Yeah.
mean, as far as the captain's mission, I don't know where this fits in, frankly.
Well,
but
it involves Vari. And remember, I think Chalk had said, and / Vinny, that, not the water dealer, but the true warriors were interested in Vari. So if we follow Vari, then maybe that will lead us to more of the overarching mission. But I think for now, Rolu, like, his desire for this right now supersedes all of that. So he's going to start to walk away.
All right. So, Terme, it's your turn.
Uh,
So, Rolu, just for the listeners, Rolu shut the door and then walked 30 feet to the south.
Yeah.
He's now between those two doors
We're leaving.
or the hallway where the two doors were leading into the room with the computer and the room where
Yeah.
the ghosts were.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Treme, what are you doing?
Treme is going to follow Rolu, but not really follow Rolu. Just going to take like a minor step.
Be like, oh, I gotta get this things off. Hey, your name again? I'm sorry. It's easier to call you something rather than to try and just your lordship, gray lady. You look fantastic, by the way. How old are you?
Sorry, so you're trying to communicate how?
I thought we were telepathically communicating. Also, I have the mind circlet, mind link.
But the door's closed. Do you have to have vision, and what is your range?
It's like not very far. I think it's like 30 feet or something.
I think it's 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet.
Yeah, I don't
Doesn't say
think
anything
you're
about line of
within-
sight.
I don't think you're within 30 feet of her.
Okay.
No.
I feel like.
So if I were to use the circlet with Rolu, can I presume that they can't hear?
I don't know if you could presume that, but
Can I do a life science to see if I think? Hey, I'll try to address.
I feel like it'd be
role playing.
I feel like
I
it'd be a
already tried to
mysticism.
address this person. Do I hear anything?
nothing returned.
Okay.
Rolu, keep running. We'll try to stall her. And maybe we can, I don't know how to fight this thing. I don't know what we're dealing with, but I agree we shouldn't just hand over anything.
Thank you. You just hear a quick like acknowledgement, like
Yeah.
head nod, like thank you.
And then, so I'm going to just kind of move to the edge of this and sort of feign like I'm struggling to get, like things situated as I attempt to, quote unquote, run after this person. And then, I'm just going to ready. If I see the gray pass through or come near me, I might try to trip him up. I might try to just stall.
This is wild, Kev.
You're saying you're gonna
try and
do
I'm gonna try and stall
a-
the gray.
what you're gonna try to do a combat maneuver if they pass you
I don't have my core rulebook with me right now.
You're just readying an action
because you have
delaying your
yeah
turn, right?
Yeah, I'm delaying my turn.
you're delaying your full turn. Then you need to move back to where you were because you took a step.
Okay, fine.
So if you're delaying your full turn,
I'll delay my full turn until the gray acts.
all right. So that's your full. You're delaying your turn is your turn. Next is Chuck. What are you doing? I hope it involves a wisdom check.
No, Chalk has seen enough bull. He's ready to get out of Dodge. He's with Rolu. Tactically, he also thinks drawing this thing out is a good idea. And so,
Very nice. Correct.
however, he also thinks that all of us running in the same direction is not a wise choice.
Chuck.
No, Shaq. No, Shaq. Shaq, do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So Chalk is going to come down out of the door and hang a left.
Kevin, have mercy on Shaq. He know not what he do.
This could be the kill zone here, guys.
So that's his move action, and then he's going to ready his Thasphalt blaster for in case the gray
Oh,
chases
I
him.
see. You're camping to get.
Sorry, you took one move action, and your second move action is readying your Thasphalt rifle.
Yeah, my second action
Pistol?
is going to be readying my Thasphalt blaster.
All right, I'm following. I'm with it. Thaddeus, what are you doing?
Thaddeus was also thinking that it's good to draw him out away from a potential power source and the place that she is camping out. He's just going to like move next to Rolu and ready his Formium Venom Caster in case it shows up.
He's going to go hide next to Rolu. That's
Rolu, we're
cute.
probably going to have to make our stand here because I think our mission ultimately is that purple thing in there. That source of the ship. Very likely is that. Now, I know you have your own personal thing going on, but we have a mission to do. But let's draw him out. Take him out. Okay.
I like to think that Rolu started running and then slowed down as Terme was talking to him, and then you like caught up, and now Rolu's thinking with what you said and with what it's like, and yeah, it's a cool moment.
Okay.
Kev looks a little.
He expected us probably to like fight it in there. And now he's like, ah,
Well, Also
That's
having
good. I enjoyed
problems
this
with
then.
Roll20.
I
But
want like Kevin to.
Welcome to GMing.
Welcome to GME.
Where the points sort of matter and
Points kind of matter.
But the games are definitely made up.
They are definitely made up, and they're awesome.
it's Rolo's turn.
the gray doesn't move.
Classic. That was good. That was good.
I mean, it's smart on the Gray's part, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, we just don't know.
right.
Oh, we don't know. Yeah.
Sure.
We don't know. Rolu, I think, pauses at Thaddeus' word.
I don't trust Kev's smile right now.
Yeah, I definitely don't trust this one at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Kev, now you know how to hide the areas. It's fine.
Man, I'm having such a hard time with this. You guys get off my back.
You're doing a great job. Don't worry, buddy.
It's not like Roll20 is difficult to use as a GM.
It's not. It's not.
It's not at all.
Rolu stops. Thaddeus, are you sure?
Sure about what? About fighting it?
Yes. We don't know what it is.
Look, one way or another, we have to get that power source.
You're sure about that?
Well, that's what what's-her-name was talking about. What's their name, sorry, was talking about. Vari, right? About there being something in a ship that could move it through the drift at some speed or whatever. I was barely paying attention. But we need to get that. I don't care how we do it. We can go and get the people outside and bring them in, now that we've cleared this out. And that would be smart. But ultimately, we have to come back and fight her out of that chamber. You know what I mean?
They've already suffered enough.
No, Rolu, enough. No. They were fighting us earlier. They're space goblins. That's what they do. They just fight things and fight over trash. It'll be
We need
fine.
to have
Just go-
compassion here.
No,
I think
Rolu,
Rolu
we
is
need
gonna-
a mission. We have to finish a mission.
We do.
Passion.
We don't need to bring them in. I think we are on the same page.
No, we're obviously
And
not.
as you guys are arguing about it, you're shouting back and forth, but there is a very loud echo.
What?
As you realize the front door that you guys came through to get into this laboratory area
No.
slams shut.
With Tremaine inside?
All of you. The door,
the front door that we went
That we
entered
came in.
Yeah.
To the ship.
where the scanner was, where the turret, you fought the turret.
yeah.
That door
They
slams shut. You can hear it echo.
the ship in panic mode.
Of course, Kevin. did that.
Oh my.
Well, looks like we have one option left then.
It looks like we're rats trapped in a cage, it would seem. Better play ball, so to speak.
Rolu, get ready.
Wink, wink.
Ready to fire something. Get ready with a weapon or spell. It's time. It's happening.
I think Rolu looks at you. I just took a page from Chalk's book and rolled a D100 to see if I trust Thaddeus.
Love it.
Rolu shakes his head a bit. Would I know that door, that the sound of that thing slamming is the way out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you guys have explored.
Yeah.
Is it a low enough frequency
ship.
for us to localize it?
That's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask.
Well, it's actually a high frequency, so you caught it right away. You're like, oh, it's down.
It's like all the doors from every direction closed simultaneously.
Dude, that would be awesome. Rolu raises his serpent laser rifle and points it at the laboratory door that he shut before. He's getting ready to fight whatever this thing is.
All right, everyone, we honestly have no idea which direction it's coming from, so look alive. Savvy.
That's my turn. I'm going to be ready to fire if I see it. I'm gonna ready to action fire.
Actually, I made a mistake because technically Terme. Oh, you said Terme. You triggered if.
If I see the gray,
Tremaine delayed.
yeah, I delayed.
We delayed.
Okay, you did not see the gray, so your delay goes. What were you at? I see where you.
I was
You would be next. So you are
16.
now.
Yeah.
It is now your turn.
Okay, so I'm actually I'm going to use this opportunity to equip my grifter kit.
I don't know what that means. It's provocative.
It's provocative.
I think I get a bonus to sleight of hand checks to pick pockets.
Okay. I'm not sure how that's going to help you. But I like where you're going.
I have a wild theory in my head that this Gray is trying to join two pieces of technology on her person. So if I can separate the Gray from the piece that's perhaps either fueling her rage or perhaps empowering her in some way, then maybe, I don't know. It's a theory. I'm going to pretend that I am a look, I have a very charisma based character.
Yeah.
Metagame.
Yeah. Totally.
I am going to pretend that I am playing along as long as possible before I, magic missile, and then effectively try to draw as much information as possible from this creature in order to defeat it. That's my strategy.
I love it.
So just to clarify, you are equipping your grifter.
Yeah, so I usually have like my melee. I have 4 arms. So I have my melee weapon usually out and my pistol usually out, and now I just have my pistol out and my grifter kit.
And you still have 2 free hands?
Yeah, I still have 2 free hands.
Okay.
But I have a
you're no
two-handed
longer-
melee weapon, so...
You still have 1 2-handed melee weapon, 1 grifter, and 1 pistol?
No. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but the way that I read it, I guess I could do it. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Forget it. That's what I
But
got.
That's
what I got.
You're equipping your grifter and then doing what? Are you
I'm just
holding
saying,
an action
I'm
again?
holding in action, I guess. I
And
don't
what
know.
is-
I'm going
what
to
is
try
your
and
holding
pick his pocket if he passes by me, and I'm going to probably do like a diplomacy to change his attitude towards me, because I feel like I've been talking to him enough as his quote-unquote willing subject, and I'm going to help him get I'm going to help her get her thing and, see what...
Okay. All right. I copy. I follow. Man, you're going to make me move the thing again.
Yeah. You're making your job
All this
hard.
Delaying is the most annoying. Anyways. Chuck, what are you doing?
Well, since my readied action didn't actually happen, I'm going to hold the line. I'm going to
All right.
re-ready my 2 attacks.
So are you delaying or your full action, or are you readying 1 action?
I'm readying an attack action. So, like,
Okay.
and I think we might be misplaying this. So when you delay, you are moving yourself in the initiative order to after another character's turn. When you ready an
Either
action,
way,
when you
are...
no,
Yeah, when you
Either
ready
way,
an
you're
action,
moving yourself
not.
in initiative.
when you ready an action,
Nope.
you only move if it's triggered.
If it's true. Okay.
When you
But if
delay,
then
you move in the
you go
turn
back
order.
to the bottom. All right. I'll believe that. You guys are messing this. Oh my god, give me a headache.
So I'm just going to re-ready my 2 attacks for when
Have
I
some
see
more
the
Dr.
gray.
Pepper and
Yeah.
some more rum.
I didn't put another one in the fridge. Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to screw up this initiative order all over the place thanks
fine.
to you guys delaying everything. But Chalk, that's your turn. You're delaying an action, not delaying your turn.
No, Chaka's readying.
Readying
Yes,
an
he's-
action,
or he's-
not delaying my turn.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. Thaddeus, what are you doing?
Still having my action ready. He's just watching. He's going to roll perception to see if he can maybe sense that it moved around locally somehow. It's 21.
Do you have any kind of sense besides vision? Do you have blind sense of some sort or blind sight?
I have dark vision.
Do you have dark vision? I think
do.
we talked about that. Okay. That doesn't help you.
That doesn't help me. I have low light
You
vision,
see a
dark
door in
vision.
front of you.
Yeah. Okay.
You see a shut door in front of you because Rolu shut it.
That's it. And Tremaine standing in front of it.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Survival, would that
and-
help? I mean, I can't roll anything to figure out where this thing is.
You know it's behind that door.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we don't know that.
And I think honestly, like, even if you were like trying to perceive, like, you would hear the thum 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 of that engine, the drift drive over anything else. Cool.
His
So
action remains readied.
with that,
We're all waiting with bated breath here, Kev.
I'm
Who's
trying
gonna
to think
move
of the
first?
best way to do this because, all right, let's see. It's you're not gonna see a difference, Will. Oh, come on, do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of not happy
what-
about Termaine.
what am I
being in that
not
room by
seeing?
himself. Oh, bye, Termaine. Termaine just vanished. The
Yeah,
darkness
Termaine
came
vanished.
in.
Yeah, so Treme can't see it because the way I have his vision set up. But, and I just moved this circles in the wrong spot.
Thaddeus, I feel like as we're waiting and we're like tensely like looking, I feel like he's like, what do you think? Shut the door. Do you think it was that creature?
So what you guys see
What else? Yeah.
is this like growing darkness.
No, dude.
A wall of black.
Oh my god.
And Treme is alone inside of it. Treme, you can't see anything either. Your dark vision does not work here.
Whoa, who turned out the lights? Hey, Lord, your name again? I'm sorry. I couldn't grab the gem in time, but...
Give me a perception check. And do you have any kind of blind sense?
I don't think so. I feel like I would remember that.
Yeah.
I think it's over where you'd have your dark vision. It would also see
Yeah, I
blind
don't
sense.
see blind sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just dark vision.
I'm trying to think because I think Here's Head's blind sense
Yes.
vibration or something. That's the only time we ever ran into that.
Oh man, this is. I just
This is
imagine it
intense.
happening, and we're like, Treme, we can't see you. It's just pitch black, literally at the intersection of the hallway. Like even Chalk, I feel like you can't see the other end of the hallway anymore.
Yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. How are we going to attack it if we can't see it?
I don't.
From a distance, maybe, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't say that. I'm not saying that because I think you should just turn it over the gem, guys. Wink, wink.
Did Kev freeze? No, he's there.
I'm
still here.
It is an option. I wonder if we could negotiate with it if we could get rid of the gem, and it will let us.
not-
Yeah.
Well, I doubt it's
What are
gonna
your
let go of the
plans,
technology.
Lord, for this wondrous cause of yours?
Rolu asked, and it said it doesn't concern you.
What was? Oh, you guys talking to each other?
No, I'm talking. I'm assuming this darkness is your doing.
Give me the perception check.
Yeah.
Did you ever give me the
18.
18? Okay, so you do. You're in complete blackness. You can't see anything, but you get that sense that the creature is now standing next to you, and you're trying to communicate with it.
Yes.
So creepy.
Because you did ready. You readied. Did you say an action?
Yeah, I readied to do a sleight of hand check.
So do your sleight of hand check.
Okay. And do I... Well, I was readying to try... I was trying to, like, engage this person in conversation as well beforehand to try
I
and
think you
distract.
readied your sleight of hand, not a diplomacy check. So
Well,
give me a
I
sleight of
did
hand.
actually mention it prior to... I actually did mention that. That was
Yeah,
the
but you
cause.
readied the sleight of hand, is all I'm saying.
After it literally said in the same breath, like, I want to do my diplomacy check as part of my sleight of
But
hand.
let's- so I'll give you that option,
Friendly, because it's a 10-minute thing that you have to do like diplomacy to change somebody's attitude, which is what I mentioned before. But that's fine. We'll just.
What
go
I'll
with
say
it.
is you can pick one or the other. You can do diplomacy or sleight of hand, because if you're trying to actually change the attitude, it's going to be an action.
Yeah, then I'm doing diplomacy.
Okay, roll your diplomacy.
That is a. Let me do 17 plus 11 plus my 33? 31. 31.
What? So what do you say? What do you say to her?
I'm saying to her,
They ran off. I couldn't catch them, but I want to help. I need to know more. Tell me, Lord, what do you want of me?
I do not fall for your tricks. I know you think me no more than an average creature. I need that gem for my own reasons.
Not the case at all. You are far more extraordinary and exquisite than I could ever imagine.
I need that gem. You either help me get it, or you die defending it.
I would never die defending a piece of whatever immaterial consequence. It's nothing to me, this gem.
So return it to my possession, and everything will be fine for you.
How can I help?
Get me that gem. Rolu, it's your turn.
Okay, does Rolu hear any of this in the comms? Or is this all happening in Terme's head?
That was all in Terme's head, and it was specifically for Terme.
I was like, yo, what is going on? All right. I mean, this is just terrifying. I think I'm thinking of it like the hallway before Vader appears. It's like this creature that you know nothing about, and it's just...
I think it's like worse than Vader, though, because like Vader... It was a dark hallway that lights up with a red lightsaber. This one is a like fairly lit. It's a dim lit hallway that goes black.
That just gets dark. Terme, are you okay in there?
Yes, just give this creature what it wants.
He says very loudly.
Like too loudly?
Like, no, just he's talking loudly, not using telepathy.
Terme, come out. We can't see you.
I don't know where out is. I'm in complete darkness. Hey, can you turn the lights back on? I can't really see.
I'll have to wait till my turn.
Rolu is just going to squeeze harder on the gun. I think there's an uneasiness in his steps as he's trying to calm himself. But this is just an overwhelmingly dark situation, for lack of a better term. And he's going to ready his action again to take a shot whenever he sees the gray. Can he do a mysticism check on this darkness or like the gray at all?
Sure.
Life
I'll
science?
give you that. A mysticism, yeah.
17.
Not enough. You recognize darkness.
Got it. That's it.
Chalk, what are you doing?
Oh, Chalk is quaking in his second skin.
Yeah, come on,
Like
man.
thinking through everything he's seen in the last day, fighting Tinkerton, the drift demons,
Dead. Yeah.
seeing the battle of the three armies. Like he's a houseplant, so like this is all outside of it. Like it's one of those where like he thought he could handle the road, and he is finding out. So you see a little bit of...
I'm going to be a real pirate.
Right. You see a bit of sap running down his leg. And he's just like, I don't want to be over here by myself. It's getting dark. Ah! And he sprints around the corner and like climbs up Rolu's robes and onto his shoulder, but like keeps his asphalt blaster leveled at the door, waiting for the gray to come through.
So you made a move action and you're readying
An attack, yeah.
An attack.
A full round attack, yeah. A full attack.
Thaddeus, what are you doing?
Like that is, look, Rolu, I don't trust whatever that is. So I don't know if we can negotiate with it or not. But can your blue gem thing help us attack it? Will it help us do something like that?
I don't know.
Find out. Otherwise, I'm going to suggest that we make a trade where it will let us access what we want and you give it that. I'm not here for you. I'm here for us, our crew, our captain. We have something we have to do. I don't want to die to this thing for no reason.
That's not an option for me.
Jesus Christ. Thaddeus is just going to try to wrestle with Rolu over it. And he's going to
You're going to wrestle Rolu?
He's going to try to take it from him.
Okay.
Shoot. Give me a...
PvP.
PvP. One of us.
Rolu, you've lost your mind. Give it up now. I'm not saying I'm going to give it to him, but I want to have something to... What?
You're going to do a melee combat maneuver, right?
It's just a tackle. It's a tackle or something.
Are you going to tackle him or are you going to try to take away the gem?
I'm going to tackle him to try to take it away.
It's two things. So you're going to tackle him or take away the gem. And I believe either one is still going to be a KAC plus 8. So I need you to do a melee attack against his...
KC plus 8.
Yeah.
God. This situation is quickly devolving. And it's awesome and tense, and I don't know what's going on.
I don't make it. It's just a 22. Like, I doubt I'm going to be able to roll
It's just a 22.
He's like,
Rolly,
yeah,
what's your
there's
KAC
no
plus
way.
8?
23.
Does that pass?
You were close. I think he wasn't expecting you to do it, but as soon as that happens, he like pushes you away, and he's like, "I knew I couldn't trust
Be
you."
sensible.
Points a
Who
finger
can't
at
trust
you.
who? Who can't trust who? This is not. This is not what we're here for.
What is this about, anyway?
I need to see
Not that
what
I
it
can't
is.
say that. I can't. I don't. I'm
You
probably not
don't
hearing
need to
this.
see what it is. You need to trust me.
You can
need
hear
to
what they're
face this
saying.
together.
Okay.
I don't need you attacking me right now. Stay
I love that
back.
Chalk is just like on your shoulder during this whole thing.
He's up his. Yeah.
I forgot Chalk was on my shoulder.
No, Chalk is on Rolu's shoulder at this point.
Yeah.
And so like Rolu and Thaddeus are going at it and like physically wrestling each other, and Chalk is just like, "Oh man, I picked the wrong."
You're like a hula girl.
Striding along.
the
He's like a
dashboard.
bobblehead.
Can I interject for a moment and say that hearing this bickering, I'm going to use it. I'm assuming that the gray can hear it, and I'm going to say to the gray to try and like further change the gray's attitude towards me. Be like,
See there, bickering, sire. I can't put my hat in their ring.
We're just like pulling on each other. I'm like pulling on his robes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Give it up.
I can't see my way out of this.
Shaq,
Can
help
you
me out,
can you
Shaq.
turn the lights back on? I really can't see.
Thaddeus,
anything.
I think you might be on the wrong side of this. You should probably tone this down. I think it's us against this gray, not us against each other.
Yeah, Thaddeus does not agree. I mean,
Was that your turn, Thaddeus?
yeah, that's my turn. I can't do anything else anyway.
Okay.
All right, Rolu, we're back to you.
just bolt, man.
There's nowhere to go.
Right, we're locked in.
Pretend like you're gonna bolt. I don't know. Draw it out. We gotta draw it out. Metagame. We gotta draw
Thaddeus, just stay away from me, or fight with me. That's it.
Rolu, I'm down to fight with you, but if we don't have to fight, I don't want to. All right.
Rolu is walking back, and one hand is like saying like stop towards you, and the other two are still pointing towards where that darkness is. And he's like, Tremaine, get out of there right now. I don't know what you're. Why are you taking so much time? Get out of there.
I can't see anything.
Rolu's going to move back, and he's going to ready an action to fire at the gray.
All right, so you guys are moving further and further down the hall away from that double door.
Yeah.
Chalk, what are you?
So
are you riding
I'm
with
gonna,
him?
I'm gonna hop down. Actually, I would like to hop from his shoulder to Thaddeus's.
Okay. And Thaddeus, what are you doing?
I mean, if it's my turn, I'm going to be like following Rolu.
Okay, so you're going to run away again. Got it.
So is
All
5
right.
feet back.
is there
So go ahead and move your.
is there a check I can make to understand like the magnitude of this threat?
I'm not sure what your question is.
So what I really want to do is try to impress upon Thaddeus, like it's going to take all four of us to fell this gray. And if we're fighting amongst ourselves, we're all going to die. But
you can do a sense motive, I guess. I'll give you that.
Okay.
I
I guess what I don't know is how Chak would know that. Because like I know that because we've faced grays before, but I don't know that Chak has never even heard of a gray before.
Right, and I don't actually. You can't do a sense motive without like seeing the creature, right?
Yep. No. Cool. Thaddeus, we've got to stick together. That's what we've done this whole time.
This one, Rolu alone is endangering us. It is because of him that we're in this situation. Because he's stubborn.
I don't know if you were listening. He said something about the entire packed worlds being in danger.
Rolu, Shaq, do I really need to tell you that Rolu is a liar?
Can I roll sense motive on Rolu to see if he was telling the truth?
Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. I don't know what would be your counter, John. You roll your counter. Tell me what it is.
Bluff, I guess. It's a 14.
How does Rolu respond?
I don't think Rolu's responding. Chalk is remembering to see if he has a sense motive, right? He's reviewing.
Right. So is Chalk's impression that you were telling the truth or that you were lying?
You are certain that Rolu is convinced that he is telling the truth.
Okay.
So he's not lying to you.
Thaddeus, I think this is a real threat. I've been studying people's faces every day in the captain's office. This is the
With
real
everything
deal.
you learned the other night, remember, you still think that this is Legit.
With every fiber within me. Get it? Because he's a plant.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. And that's the
For
joke.
now, we'll find a place to fight. And we'll address this later. A little bit crestfallen, Thaddeus will catch up with Rolu with Shaq on his shoulder.
So he runs away. Got it. Cool.
God.
Just checking. I don't think it's
the
ever been a
murder
case.
things are going to be in full swing again when we start 3
I don't know if there's ever been a situation where Thaddeus is like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm heading into a combat."
I think without moving my token, I just wanted to be clear that Rolu is trying to keep Thaddeus 5 feet away. So I don't know how that works, but he's trying to keep him
He just
away.
puts both 2 hands up on one side. Yeah. Thaddeus. Cool. So I gotta figure out where my mouse is at.
Look, if Thaddeus was a bender, he would be an airbender, okay? Obviously. Look at how he operates. Avoid, strike when
You said if Thaddeus was a bender,
useful, when good.
and I was like, if Thaddeus was the robot from Futurama?
Yeah, right. I don't know. I feel like Thaddeus has Fire Nation energy. Big Fire Nation energy.
The 3 of you step back another 30 feet
Oh, God.
down to that hallway, and that thick wall of darkness followed. And engrossed you.
And that's in front of us as we're running up.
All of you are now inside of this thick blackness, and the only thing you can see is the glowing blue from Rolu's pocket. That's our game.
Oh, I knew you were going to end it there.
saw it
I
coming.
knew you were going to end it there. Oh, my God.
The combat that wasn't combat.
Thanks for listening, ye scallywags. Until next week, drift begons on distant stars.